So I wasn't going to talk about this because I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about sort of getting medical advice, asking people's opinions, because you do open yourself up to so many different things. Sometimes, things people say can feel scary, but I know all that and I'm willing to take that risk because where else? I feel so blessed to have all of you, so many people that have different experiences, and I know some of them will be scary, and that's okay. That's okay. I want honesty. I want the truth. And where else am I going to find that many people to ask all at once? I think it's a very powerful tool, so I'm going to use it and kind of tell you sort of what's been going on with me for about, I would say, 18 months. But in the last, I'd say 6 months, getting progressively worse. And also to put the fire in my belly to do what I know I need to do, but I'm avoiding. So a little bit of background. You all will probably know from some of my videos that I don't have good coordination. Never have. I think I probably have something called dyspraxia. Really struggle with my left and my right. That's been my entire life. So no red flags there. Also very clumsy. But in the last sort of 18 months, it's just gotten increasingly worse. Quite fast, I would say. Yeah. So my vision is declining, what I think to be quite rapidly. However, I am perimenopausal. This is the thing with all of this is some of it's getting older. That's where it's confusing. And some of it is perimenopausal, and brain fog is such a real thing. Ladies, it's such a real thing. Apparently it lifts later on in life. Do let me know. I'm waiting on the lift. But could just be that. But it's the dropping things. It's constantly dropping things. I would say at least twice a week I'm breaking a glass in the kitchen, to the point where now Paul just shows up with a broom. Nobody says anything. Nobody cares. Not that nobody cares. I just mean that nobody, it's just become part of life. And that in the last 6 months, it's just gotten worse and worse as far as always dropping things. It's not just one hand or the other. It's both. I don't know if it's a sight thing. Am I going to reach for it and I'm not quite? It doesn't seem to be, but it could be. Maybe the sight, because if you're if your sight's declining, I don't know. I don't know sort of what it is. The clumsiness, the tripping, the sometimes falling down. Luckily, I haven't hurt myself as of yet, really. It's just worse and worse. Again, it could be part of getting older. Again, it could be brain fog. But it's something, that I'm avoiding. And also, and this is the one that's really like, what's happening? So feeling really more and more confused when I'm driving, especially at night, to the point to where I've thought, should I be on the road here? Do you know what I mean? But then again, I've always just been so uncoordinated, so I find it really confusing. And also, I don't know if I've told y'all, I've been having this issue with a pinched nerve in my neck. I think it's a pinched nerve. We don't know what it is. Neck pain, and that can cause coordination issues. Maybe it's something as simple as that. I don't know. But the thing of it is, and I was going to tell you the thing with driving is that, when you're driving a car, and if you need an alignment, you can feel the car pulling to the left or the right. Sometimes when I walk in, I feel like I need an alignment, as if I'm walking more to the left. Sorry, it's not funny. I don't know what vertigo feels like. Does vertigo feel like you're spinning? Because it's not that at all. It just feels like as if, I don't know. Anyway, so there's things, right? And the thing about me is, am I a hypochondriac? Yeah, but I've done a lot of therapy on that through the years. That goes back to childhood stuff, video for another time. But I'm so much better, right? Haven't even been to a doctor in years. I don't say that in a braggy way, but I used to live at the doctor's when I lived in America. But now I'm so much better. So I don't think this is me being overcautious because of hypochondria. I don't think so. Well, it's been going on 18 months and I haven't done all about it. Because I think when it comes to neurological stuff, if it is neurological, it really frightens me. That whole like motor neuron and sort of Parkinson's, words like that absolutely terrify me, always have. Even things like early onset dementia, all that just terrifies me. I would say probably worse than death. You know, it really does. So I think that's why I've avoided going to see a GP about it. You know, and then what do I say? Go in there and say what? That I'm feeling clumsy? I just feel like they'll be like, off you go. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do I make the GP appointment? I need to make it, don't I? Need to make the appointment, don't I? Sometimes I feel like when you get a diagnosis, you just go downhill. That's not the right way to think about it, is it? And then with neurological things, is there any kind of early, you know, I know with cancer, early detection is what's that word? Is key. You know, it's key when it comes to most cancers. Early detection is life-saving. But is it when it comes to your brain and neurological stuff? It's just, oh my God, I think that whole thing, the whole neurological thing just really panics me. I think I'm saying it to y'all for accountability, because I know some of y'all are going to get on to me. I'm going to get in big trouble with some of y'all, and it's going to put a fire at my ass, right? I need to make the appointment, don't I? I just feel frightened. I don't know. Let me know. Does anybody else have experience with this? What was it? I know you're going to say, you shouldn't be asking stuff like this on the internet, but I have a great following. And I know to take some things with a grain of salt. I know that, but I do trust a lot of people, especially if you have lived experience. Why not hear about it? Where else am I going to go get so many different experiences? You know what I mean? If you have the actual lived experience, it's invaluable. Yeah, anyway, thanks for listening.